Good morning. How are you? Getting ready to sprint here in about 2 minutes, setting my timer for 10 and silencing all notifications in case I hadn't done that already. And I tend to do that on my phone last for whatever reason. Please excuse the red nose and the off voice. The coffee seems to honestly help with the off voice a little bit. The red nose, I can't help it. I like breathing. And unfortunately, this cold is trying to keep me from sitting up and writing. Obviously, that's not going to happen. So I'm going to get a little bit done today. Should be not muted, which is good because yesterday I was. And I didn't know it, unfortunately. Now, I do have some new settings, so if you hear any issues, please drop that in the chat and let me know. Much help, very helpful if you do. And now my chat is up. I must have forgot that. Now I can engage in the chat. Silly details. All right. 10-minute live stream or 10-minute live sprint starting now. Let's see how far you can get. Feel free to tell me how your sprints go. Leave it in the comments, leave it in the chat box. It's entirely up to you. We are at the 9-minute mark. Now, if you've noticed, I've been working on the same scene for a couple of days now. And the biggest reason why that's the case is because this is really a difficult and emotional scene. There's a lot that I want to do with it, and I'm not always sure if I can make it the way I want it to. But then again, that's what rewriting does. It gives us the flexibility to take our draft and to make it a final product. And then editing puts the polish on it. Five minutes, 45 seconds. Three minutes. 2 minutes, 50 seconds, really. I apologize. I'm going to have to go for just a moment. I will be right back. I apologize, there isn't much in the background. We are at 2 minutes. I apologize for that. I had unexpected situations. We're under a minute. Four, three, two, and that's our first sprint. Let's see. I'm just going to check and see how many words I did. Feel free to drop how many words you've done into the chat. Good morning. How are you, Walter? And I'm certainly getting better. I feel better than I probably sound. I got 324 words on that sprint. I am so glad to hear you are. Sick is not fun. It slows down our progress. I have to get used to looking forward instead of at the chat. I apologize. Still getting the hang of this. Not quite a pro yet, but I'll get there. What has you up so early? I know what you mean. This is my 5:30 routine. It's been fun sharing it with whoever drops in. You get up, I spend a few minutes writing every single day. And then I start the day and then I come back to writing because that's what we do, right? Writing and coffee. Coffee is a lovely and wonderful thing. Oh, it looks like it's about that time to start the next sprint. So that means I'm going to start the timer. I keep hoping the sprints. I've got a few people that I know are watching the replays. And some of you are watching these replays because you talked to me about it. You're trying to get your book started. 10-minute sprints are a great way to get moving. Yeah, definitely can't live without coffee. My sister's children are well trained. They believe that coffee is how they keep going. Primarily because their mother needs it. It's lovely. Alright, we're at the 7-minute 50 mark. I always spell Puerto Rico wrong, and I'm the last person who should. Puerto Rico. We're at 6 minutes 30 seconds. And if you're writing, enjoy. And Walter, have you ever seen any of your videos just interrupted unexpectedly? Have you found a good way to manage that? I'm still learning. Excuse me. I apologize. I am so close. Alright, 5 minutes. Do you ever, how do you handle interruptions when you're recording? So this is entertaining. I'm at a point where I actually send my characters to the library. And part of me wants to write, yes, really, that's a thing. Most of my interruptions in the morning are four-legged. They don't listen very well. We're getting into our routine now. And as if on cue, I love my fur babies too. They are amazing and sometimes a handful, and usually in the way. We're at 1:40. She's 10. 30 seconds. And that's time. Let's see. These are a little bit more densely packed. So let's see if I hit the same. Numbers. I was a little shy of that. I was coming out of that difficult scene. When I'm writing difficult scenes, it tends to take me a little bit longer anyway. Yeah, a few minutes of just chat, and then that will be it for today, for this morning. I will be back this afternoon with a video. I have not recorded a marathon writing session. I will be recording that today, and it will be up tomorrow. Today, my intention was to record a video for this afternoon, but as I'm realizing my schedule, it's going to be a little bit difficult to do. Hey, Dominica, how are you? Night. Honestly, when I'm working on this particular book, I'm doing strictly for YouTube to encourage people to, yeah, the cold sounds far worse than it feels though, thankfully. My goal for this book is to encourage people to just get up and get writing. The books that I actually write, my goals usually run, not that I'm not writing this, but the goals that I'm writing to get released, my writing goals are typically between 2,000 and 4,000 words. We're in basketball season, and I've got a couple of books I still need to process and get out, so it's about somewhere between 2,000 and 4,000 words. When I sit down to record the marathon writing session, it won't be on this book, it'll be on a different book. So this one is more paced so that people get up and get moving. It's going to be a longer book. It's not going to be finished for Nano or anything like that. It's just, let's get up and let's start sprinting together. But when I'm typically writing, it's about 4,000. No, I usually average about 4,000 words. Usually. Things get busy. This is going to sound silly. I'm in basketball season. My kids are still in school. My daughter's in 8th grade. She's a starter on the boys basketball team. But it's a small school. They only have one basketball team. It just gets entertaining when we go to conferences. So during basketball season, my work day is very short. I get up at 5:30 like I do. I spend a half an hour writing, and then I usually spend about 2 hours in the morning with the kids and doing all that running that comes with that. And then I am done by 3 o'clock, which you work this business, you know, sometimes 3 o'clock is just not long enough. And sometimes it's more than long enough. It just depends on how much needs to get done to make sure you're on schedule. But I wouldn't have it any other way. This is what I want to do. I started doing it for my kids and being home and available to them. And I've been able to do that thanks to publishing, thanks to writing my books. It's a lovely and wonderful thing. I apologize for that alarm. That's my nudge. I gotta start getting my kids moving. It was so nice for you to stop by this morning, Walter. Thank you. I appreciate the company. I'm glad you were able to stop in, Dominica. At least before I hopped off. I'm not positive that I will be releasing a video this afternoon because I want to do a marathon writing session and record that at the higher speed like Hero had suggested. But we'll see how that goes. Just a mom who is able to be. A lot of single moms don't have this luxury. It is a luxury. You have to work a lot to make things happen. I've been blessed. And I'm grateful. And I get to go play with my kids. Thanks. You too. I know we'll get over this quickly. Or soon. You have a great day, Dominica. I'll see you both later. Probably tomorrow for more writing sprints.